How's it going, everybody? Coke Machine for Real Fishing. Here I am at Sunset Point. I hope the audio sounds okay. Let me know if it doesn't. So I had a... What's going on, David? Is my audio all right over there? I just had my Bluetooth earbud in, so it might have screwed up how things are going. So I'm at Sunset Park here. Okay, good. I'm at Sunset Park and I've had a bit of a fiasco. I've drilled all kinds of holes up and down trying to find fish, and I've had a few fish that I've marked. I got out here at about 1. I've had a few fish that I've marked who have come to look at my bait and that disappeared. And then I had my action camera set up in such a way that it was just sort of on my bin that was in my sled, because I was just walking out here. And then somewhere, I didn't see it happen, it came loose, and all the mount and everything was spread out over like a half kilometer. I thought I had lost the action camera, and it's like the kind of thing where I don't have a heck of a lot of money, so like the few things that I do have that I invest in, when I lose them, it's a big bummer. But I did find it in a pile of snow, so I'm all good. I made my day there. I was like, if I don't find this camera, I am not doing a live stream. I'm going home and I'm crying. But I found it, so we're all good. Anyway, so I'm out here. Haven't really seen too much action, like I said. I've covered a lot of turf. I've drilled a lot of holes. I've been watching all the action out here on the ice because Perot's prime time is bringing in all his big huts here, so I've been watching him haul all his huts across the ice here. They built a little bridge across the pressure crack. Sorry, they built a bridge across the pressure crack. I got to see them set it all up, and now they're using that to haul all the gear back in. The surface of the ice, it's like the very top of the ice is very a little bit soft. You got to have cleats if you're out here, because there's lots of just flat ice, let me tell you. And there is snow, but there's lots of ice you'd take a wipe on. But the very top of the ice was very soft, and the cleats dug in very well. I can tell you that during the heat of the day, when it was really warm out here, it was really making crazy sounds, and the ice below my feet was really crinkling and making all sorts of crazy sounds. It was, I'm used to hearing the ice make noise, but this was like is this ice going to disintegrate underneath me kind of sounds, Anytime you drilled the hole, it was like click, 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 pop, pop, pop. And then just standing somewhere, you're just like, oh man. But measuring it, I'll be honest with you, I didn't actually measure it, but it's got to be between 14 and 16 inches of pretty solid ice with a bit of soft stuff on top. So that's what we're looking at out here. It'd be nice if the fish bit, because I think this might be one of my last chances to get out here on Nipissing with the warmer weather coming. Who knows what and for how long it's going to be fishable out here. So it'd be nice, if the lake signed me off real nice with a nice big whopper of a fish. But maybe not. So I've got one rig here. I've got a dead stick on the trigger unit over there, and then right where I am here, I'm using a rattle bait. It's a little challenging to set up the camera to cover all this, but I'll make sure that I turn it around and it's all on everything good if anything bites. So yeah, I've got the dead stick there. It's got fathead minnow on it. I'm glad the minnows don't feel bad about being called that. It's I can't imagine. You're like, oh yeah, fathead minnow. Oh, this guy's a fathead. It sounds like a diss anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a fathead minnow, just going by the size of his head. Obviously his head is a little bigger than the average minnow. As I went to Billy Bob's and I got like the mixer pack that was like dace and chubs and all this different stuff. So there aren't very many huts out here now. There's probably 4 or 5 like civilian huts, and then there's only a few of the operator huts out here. So I just got a notification on my phone that my battery is dying. It tends to do that in the wind, and the battery, I was kind of listening to some audible stuff while I was out here, so I only have about 15% battery left, and that will probably decrease significantly with the cold. But I wanted to get out here and make sure, if this is the last evening bite I get to do, just want to say thanks to everybody for coming out for all the different evening bites over time and all the different live reports and all that stuff. And I'm sorry that my face is half in shadow here and my one eye is blinky. It's because I got a wind really coming at me. I'm trying to keep it off the mic. But yeah, so I made it to 4,000 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. Before I started doing the ice reports, I had 75 subscribers, and I was doing like making stuff for 7 years or so. And then finally it's come around. Yeah, I was just reading Species 8472. You'd say I need a external big battery. I've got one too. The only problem is that my mic, right now, it takes up the same port as the battery would take up. So that's the unfortunate thing. I should have foreseen this happening and specifically tried to charge my phone up, because I do have like all sorts of battery packs I use for my action camera and stuff like that. So unfortunately this may get cut off short, and if it does, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Like I said, I was just about ready to throw in the towel when I thought I lost my action camera, but I'm glad I managed to get back on for a minute here, and just to sign off, if you will. Again, I really wish the fish would start biting here, but it seems to me that pretty much all the operators, I think, are all off the lake now. I got to thank Lake Nipissing Outfitters and Rob's 5-Star and South River Resort. Those guys all had me out fishing in some good spots there. The season's just been a real whirlwind. It's like a late start, early finish. I hope it's not like this in the future. So I guess we'll see what happens. Again, this weather coming up doesn't seem very promising for getting out again. But, I might be able to get out another morning in the future here. We'll see. Like, there is ice, but this warm temperature's not going to do great. It's not going to do great for this. So yeah, I feel like I've been to Sunset Park a few times, and I'm always not here when the bite is on. Unfortunately for me, I feel like I've been in a few places this year where the bite was on. Like that first time I was at Rob's 5-Star seemed to be pretty good, and then even when I was out with Lake Nipissing Outfitters, there was a good live stream where I had a couple of fish, that's for sure. I still have some footage from last year where my old neighbor took me out way out there in the lake, and we caught a whole bunch of fish. And I'll probably edit that together and release it before the end of the season here, just for entertainment purposes. I meant to put it together for this year, and I didn't get a chance, unfortunately. I'm way out here. Just to give you guys a little bit of perspective, I'm going to turn the camera around and you guys can take a look at how far away I am from the shore. Once you get way out here, it's like, I think I'm almost 2K out. I really got out here far, and I was like, because of the ice not having too much snow on it and me having really solid cleats, it was fairly easy to get out here. But I have moved around quite a bit, so My dogs are barking a little bit. I'm just gonna go